Now we're going to look at some chicken breeds. The chicken industry does have over 50 breeds that are recognized. They're broken down by classifications and use. The uses of these animals are layers, meat, and dual use. Those are what we would call the types. So the first type, we're going to look at meat breeds. They're not really breeds. They're a hybrid variety or combination of different breeds. They get developed for fast growth and larger animals, larger breast meat yield, more efficient feed conversion. That's a big one right there. And more disease resistance. The less pharmaceuticals we have to give these animals, the better the product's going to be. So, varieties are used by broiler producing companies that commercially produce broilers sold in supermarkets. Weaknesses of these varieties, they do not lay as many eggs as the layer breeds. It's just like a beef cow versus a dairy cow. A beef cow, they are able to grow much faster and produce a high quality meat product, whereas a dairy animal produces lots of milk but doesn't produce the meat. It's just that swap you get between the two. Next, a specific variety used in industry. In this case, we have Cornish crosses. We've got White Cornish and Plymouth Rock. The White Cornish, they're an English class, have a very broad and meaty body. White Plymouth Rock, part of the American class, tend to be docile and fairly good dual-purpose breed. So, fast growth allows them to reach 4 to 5 pounds in 6 weeks and 6 to 10 pounds in 8 to 12 weeks. So we're going the 6 weeks to 7 weeks. So we want them to be in the 4 to 5 pound range. This 6 to 10 pound range, that's going to give you a much tougher bird, not quite as desirable a meat product. So we want the younger ones. Here we go. We have the Cornish hen, got the White Plymouth Rock over here, then we got our Cornish cross. So you can see how broad that Cornish hen is, and then a little more docile Plymouth Rock version. And then right here we get a cross that's able to grow fast and do some amazing things. Layer breeds, however, have been genetically selected for high egg productivity. They are small-bodied, so they are undesirable for meat production. Small bodies allow the bird to put more nutrients toward egg production instead of body size. Rather than putting it into growing meat, they're putting it into eggs. They're divided into two types: white eggs, brown eggs. Chicken breeds with white earlobes lay white eggs, whereas chickens with red earlobes, you never thought you would look at a chicken's earlobe, did you? Lay brown eggs. So the white leghorn, this is going to be your most popular one for white eggs, part of the Mediterranean class. Very good layer of white eggs. They are the basis of the commercial egg industry. Every white egg you get in the store is probably coming from a white leghorn. Whereas, if you would randomly get brown eggs because you think they're better for you, even though the shell's just different, you would have it probably from a Rhode Island Red. They're an American class, lay brown eggs. Production bred strains lay very well. So, we do have a couple of things about turkey breeds. You can feel lucky that out of the 321 slides, these are going to be very few slides about turkeys because I decided to cut those out. So, but turkeys, broad-breasted white, yeah, they're domestic. Turkeys are huge industry in Utah, so they're wanting more meat. Hey, look, class is over. But and their pin feathers are less visible when the carcass is dressed due to their white color, so that way you're not going to see those little feathers, which is why we're using white turkeys in the industry rather than a brown turkey like you would see in the field. So from here on out, well, not from here on out, the next section we're going to go over is going to be the history of poultry production. So we'll go through it. We'll look at how things have progressed over time. In the meantime, get excited because we're just getting warmed up. We are 28 slides in, so we haven't even made it 10% of the way. So, yeah.